Hello, 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 everybody. How are you all doing out there in Facebook land on today? I am so glad to be here on tonight. I have a very special guest here that will talk a little bit more about his life and his journey as being a teacher walking in his purpose. So my name is Wells-Siddell, and I welcome you to my show, Walking in Purpose, on tonight. We are here tonight at the Holistic Health and Wellness Center right here in the beautiful city of West Memphis, Arkansas. So like I said, I have a very special guest here tonight, Mr. MichaelSmall. And this man, I've known him practically all my life. Very good-hearted man. Love the Lord and love people. And tonight we are going to talk about purpose. What do purpose look like? I mean, how do you know you're walking in your purpose? These are all questions that people ask all the time. How do you know that you're walking in your purpose? I mean, that's a very important question on tonight. And so we welcome and would like for you all to welcome none other than Mr. MichaelSmall. So we're going to pull our mask off right here. So, Michael, we're going to start, and we're just going to talk. Just how we talk when we're just, just chatting with each other on a day-to-day basis. We're just going to talk. We're going to find out, first of all, a little bit about Mr. Small here. He's going to tell us a little bit about his life and who he is. Who are you, Michael? Tell us.
I'm just a little country boy from Wynne, Arkansas. Raised by a single mom.
Okay.
And I learned to be genuine. So I'm a person who loves people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real person. I like to help people.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was like a missionary.
Okay.
She wasn't when I say missionary, not a speaker, just people who helped.
Yeah.
We had to help neighbors and things
Yeah.
like that. So it's just in my bones to help people.
Right. Wow.
And it just gives me a fulfillment of help.
Wow.
So that's pretty much who I am. What I do is mostly about other people, and the things that I have acquired and things that I do is about helping people.
Okay.
I love to cook. If nobody eats, then I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
If I'm a teacher and there's no one to teach, then I'm wasting time.
I've tasted your cooking, Michael, and I know that you are an awesome cook. You do a great job. I've tasted your cinnamon rolls.
That's one of my specialties.
Yeah, and they are good. So yes,
one of my specialties.
You're good. Okay. So Michael, you have been an inspiring teacher. You are a teacher and have been a teacher for how long?
5 years.
For 5 years. However, we're going to take you back to your journey and lead you up until to when you were originally certified to be a teacher. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about the olden days when you were young. Can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration as being when you could see yourself as being a teacher? Because a lot of times we have purpose. And like I said, the name of this is Walking in Purpose. Yeah. A lot of times we have a purpose in life, but we can't see. We don't know what that purpose is, And so we have to go through a journey, a life experiences sometimes in order to know what our purpose is. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
Well, my upbringing, like I said, I was raised by a single mom. My brother, we were raised in a home together. And if you want to pick up on little bits of teaching,
mm-hmm.
you know how people used to play house and play, when we played teacher. Mm-hmm. when we played school,
yeah.
I'm always the teacher. I was always the teacher. So I like being the teacher, and when I was around with my other cousins, I was the teacher, and teaching just was always in me. I like giving instruction, helping people, and doing things. And I think the fact that I was raised without a father, and when I see other people, it's like I want them to have I tried to be like a teacher or father at a young age before I even realized it.
Because you didn't have a father.
Yes, and so something about me, I felt like it was my obligation to help somebody else.
Yes.
I had a lot of inspiration at church and a lot of father figures.
Yes.
Like my Uncle Freddie and the church, a lot of things I learned from them.
Right.
But for some reason, it was just something innate in me that wanted to help someone else.
Wow.
Because there was I'm not going to say a void, but I don't know. It's like I had this passion in me to reach out to help somebody else. Right. It's almost like paying it forward.
Yeah. Wow. So you've been inspiring to be a teacher pretty much all your life.
And I've done it pretty much all my life without trying to do it.
Okay, because you were in the Future Teachers of America, the FTA, in your what?
In the high school.
In high school.
Where I was Future Teachers of America. We got a chance to get into the classrooms to see what it felt like to be in a classroom. I enjoyed it. I taught Sunday school during the same time. When I was in high school, I taught Sunday school, and I ran my class just like a teacher would. Okay. We gave tests, had quick, I literally printed out tests.
Wow.
And they got grades.
Wow. And
things like that just in my Sunday school class.
Wow. Wow. So you've been, like I say, you've been teaching pretty much all your life. But, you know, for some of us who may not understand what purpose look like, now you know that you're an adult, that you are walking in your calling.
Yes.
You haven't always known that.
Right.
You didn't feel that. You had other inspirations. Tell us a little bit about the other inspirations that you had before you.
Sometimes others can see something in you.
True.
And you're just not thinking or dwelling on it that much.
True.
Even though I could feel it in me. It was just in me.
Right.
But I'm like, I had bigger, so I thought, aspirations.
Right.
So I went to major in biology to become a dentist.
Right.
And I got my degree, and I actually moved to Memphis to go to dental school. Okay. And somehow it didn't work out. Long story behind all that. I only applied once, but something changed where when I applied, they already had the people for that year and the next year. For 2 years, I could not apply. Okay. So those 2 years, I said, I'll go and work as a lab. I worked as a lab technician. I worked there and I got married. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. Next thing I knew, I've been there 23 years.
Wow. Wow.
But during this whole process is when I started doing camps.
Okay.
I started doing camps, and in the camps, we were inspiring students in all as physically, spiritually, mentally, in academics, all of this. We tried to reach them in every area. Right. We tried to motivate them to go to college because we had a good staff, and they all were motivated. A lot of them were educated. Okay. And so we tried to set up sessions for our students who came to camp. Right. To showing them how to study, how to be focused. You say you want a big house, you say you want to go to NBA or NFL or whatever, you need to do something now. Yes. And so we try to give you instruction that now, work on it now. Right. And what you want to be. Right. Feel for what you have. You can start feeling your purpose when you're young. Wow. What do you yes. What are you good at? What do you feel like you can do and don't even have to get paid for it. Right. And they say if you're working a job that you like, it's like you never worked before in your life. Exactly. And I think you will be floating more along in your purpose if you're doing something like that even if you're doing it, because this camp thing is money that we're not making money. We put money into it. So it's like you'll put your money into it. Right. And even the scripture says, where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. Wow. So you put your money on things that's in your heart. Right. And that was in my heart to do that. Wow. So eventually, even in this camp time, we started doing college tours. Okay. We were going to colleges. We would go sometimes 5. I think one year we did 7 colleges.
Oh, wow.
We would take our first few days would be what I call Arkansas Academic Adventure. And we would go and we would spend time in the dorm. We would get motivation, getting sessions with their advisors on what they need to be doing in college, how they need to prepare, or in high school, how they need to prepare for college. And we would just getting them all the instruction that they could. And we've been doing camp 25 years.
Wow.
And we've just been doing this academic adventure for 6 years.
Wow.
And so we still got that going now. This year we celebrated 25 years, but we did everything virtually.
Wow. Congratulations.
So if you want to check it out, you can go to youthforchristcrusade.com and you'll see what we did on our summer camp.
Most definitely. About how many kids did you have to were in your summer camp? How many?
It varied. We were getting up to a little over 100 coming to camp, and then something I forgot what time of year, what in the decade it was, where there was kind of like a little recession,
right?
And so so it dropped to like 50. It was like in the 50s and so forth like that. So we had children's that came to camp, and then their children came to camp.
Wow.
And now we got some of their children coming to camp. So it's been like almost like 3 generations of people coming to camp.
Wow.
And it was always open to, my mother would come, and our parents would come. But it's been going on for this, period of time, and it's been great, and it's still continuing to go.
Teaching those students, teaching them how to, understand their purpose.
Right.
Understand why they're here. We all have a purpose in life. God put a purpose in all of us when we were before we were born. He put a purpose in us.
When he designed us.
When he designed us, he put a purpose in us, and I think it behooves us to try to work it out of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that can sometimes be very stressful on a person that has so much talent, and don't know what avenue to take.
Right.
Don't have any idea, am I walking in purpose or not? They just going through life.
Right.
So how would you encourage a person that they feel like, I have no idea what my purpose is? I have no idea. So how would you encourage a person that came to you and asked you,
if
to help them in that area? Yeah.
First of all, if it were a person who was a person of faith,
right,
the first thing I would tell them to do is pray and talk to God about it. Pray and ask God about it. And this I would say to a person of faith, of education, of anybody.
Yeah.
That is, what do you feel you have to offer? What was put in, because your purpose, whatever your purpose is, it's already in there.
Yes.
So what is it that you have that you can offer?
Wow.
Or that will help someone else, or that will reach someone else? What is it that you have?
Yes.
I remember we had a young lady at camp. She was getting ready to graduate. She was discouraged because she was like, I don't know what I want to do.
That's it.
She said, I don't know what I want to do. But her sister had told me that she was a good cook.
Wow.
She was a great cook. I said, well, sweetie, think about, she was living in Little Rock. I said, consider going to culinary school.
Yeah.
And we went through the red tape. I'm an advocate for education.
Okay.
We got on into
right
the culinary school there in Little Rock. And she went on and joined.
Yes.
I don't know if she completed the program or not, but she got into it.
Yeah.
And she turned out to be one of our cooks for camp.
Oh,
she was one of our main, one of the years, she was one of our main cooks for our camp.
Wow.
And so I think now she helps that whole family. They have like a catering system.
Right.
There at their business. Here, this almost a family business basically developing out of that.
Wow.
So sometimes you got a little something you don't think is much,
Yes.
but if it's something that you feel like I'm good at, something I got a little bit to offer.
Yeah.
If you're the little drummer boy, then do the little
them
beat.
drums with
beat
all
the
your
drum.
heart.
It's
Yes.
gonna help somebody.
It's
It's gonna
gonna
reach.
help.
It's
It's
gonna
got
serve
to.
its purpose.
Wow. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. So, do you have any more stories like that? Because I'm very intrigued by your story you just told. And do you have any more stories?